One of these side doors will lead back to there, yep. Another one should lead to the room with the troll in it and the big pile of goop and the dogs. Yep. And we've got the attention of Dog 1, which is nice. And now Dog 2. Ouch. And... oh, God. I was trying to switch to my thing and stagger it and stab it. But I kind of forgot and then did it wrong. There's our chrysalis memento. Lovely. So we should probably bob back and give that to Roderick. We may as well do it now. We've got nothing else to do. Now that the Scion's dead, there's no harm in respawning the area.
A pleasure to see you. Did you give the little that I love them?
Here's your memento.
What's this? A keepsake? From my men? Oh, goodness me. I can't...
Yeah, she loved it.
They all believed in me. They all thought I'd make something of myself. Me, who can't do anything. I think I'll head to the Round Table Hold. Perhaps I'll find my purpose there.
Excellent.
I think I'll head to the Round
And yeah,
Table Hold.
now she's heading off. No loot yet though. Maybe we've still got to kill Godric before the loot shows up. That's fine. Alright, so what we've got on this side? We've got that big open area there. We've got out here. We can go up these stairs and just loot the top. There's some arrows up here, weren't there? They're actually useful on old Ann Pants. And then, is this the quickest way to the next site, Grace? I think it might be. Ah, it's popped out there, have we? So yeah, I guess we can do the old run and head over this way. Maybe we'll sneak up here, see how many lads we've aggroed. I feel like that's another wooden shield, yeah. So at least a couple of buggers that want a piece of us, but they're probably not going to find their way up here because they're not very bright. Oh, a couple of them might. Hey lads. That one didn't even notice his mate was getting whipped to death in front of him. But you lot are all crossbow users, so you're not going to come and play. Cowards. And, oh yeah, smithing stones. They'll come in handy, so let's snag those buggers. Yay. Definitely got enough to level up the whip again now. Maybe. Now that we picked up that iron whetstone, we can just... let's have a look. No, we still can't put dex scaling on our bow, it seems. Ah, yeah, we can do that though. So we could put Storm Stomp and keep it keen. What does Storm Stomp do again? Stomps hard on the ground to kick up a storm. Is that more or less useful? I'm probably not going to use the Arts of War on this one anyway, so maybe it's fine. Let's just get that lever running. That lift running. And let's see. So let's get this whip up a bit. And we haven't got enough smithing stones to get our crit dagger up just yet, which is unfortunate. But we could get our whip up again, and we are using it an awful lot, so yeah, let's get that up to +4 as well. And then we may as well bob over and talk to old Roderica again, get her to move. And there she is. Now if we go back to Stormhill Shack, are we going to see her loot there? Lovely. Another golden seed. Maybe that's enough for another flask. Maybe, as well, we'll just switch back to old Spear. Although, bleeding. It'd be interesting to see if we can bleed the old bell-bearing hunter that we're after. I want to give it at least one go, because there's nothing to lose, because we've got the ability to pick up our runes again straight away. And yeah, let's have a quick tussle. Ouch. Yeah, it's just too fast, and we're too weak. But it's worth a try. I think Annie could use some proper armour, because the stuff she's got now is just not doing it for us. Worth a go though. We'll try every now and again. Now, where be our runes? Yeah, but I was going to be like, how do you lose your runes here? Don't ask, my friend. Just don't ask. Hi, Pots. Yeah, they can be exploded pretty easily. Ouch. Now. Oh god! I didn't realise he could fly over the pot like that. Over the column. But now he's gone. Don't even know if it's worth killing the pots. Doing it anyway. It's fun. Now we should probably unlock the next Site of Grace, but then I might have another jaunt over the top bit rather than going straight into a Godric fight. Now that's a useful place for a message. Here. Yeah, I'll applaud that one. Good job, friend. These ones are less necessary, because if you're already on this platform, then you should be aware of where here is. Now, is there any loot down there, or was it just that guy and his hawk? Do we care if there's any loot, or are we just going to murder them anyway? Oops, forgot I had my dagger on. But that's fine. Now. Yeah, you're a bit of a tough one. Ow, jeez, the delay on that. Yep, we'll stay down here if you don't mind. We got ranged. We might not have much poise damage, but we got range. And then, where could we go from there? I guess this is one way of getting to Nephili's room. Nice and easy, and the old gold seed over there. But they're not exactly difficult to get to from other places, so... Oh, is it worth just trolling this troll? Could be fun to troll this troll. We got any extra types of bow? Nothing major. Oh yeah, and he can shout at us. Let's just go on with our lives. I think we've reached the point where we can level up using some of the rune items we've got. We won't need that many to get a next level. Now, can we hit you? Yes. Just by waving generally in your direction. And you can get backstabbed. Oh, maybe not. You can get nobbled easily enough. You want some, but you're down there, so... Nice. Yeah, I'm enjoying the whip. It's pretty fun. The fact that it can kind of hit things from silly angles is always nice. Through walls and whatnot. And those rocks are really not bothering me, friendo. Any more? Or have you all had enough? They've had enough. Yeah, that guy was trying to do the same thing as me. Try and loot this item with that bloody message in the way. Apparently, disparaging the messages also heals people. So I'm just going to ignore that message instead. Because sod that guy. Now, is this backcountry? Might well be, but this also might be a door that leads back to a grace. Yeah, it is. Good. So yeah, this is the other way of getting down into the lower segments where that big ugly bugger is. But as we've found, they're not the worst enemies in the world to fight, so maybe we'll do that at some point. But for now, I think we'll see how much we need for another level up. Oh, we've already got the runes for it. Spiffing. Do we go dex? Or do we just keep pumping that vigor? Can't hurt, can it? Lovely. And then yeah, we're back out in Liurnia. So let's think. Stormhill Shack. No, we haven't done... Yeah, we haven't picked up the Remembrance of the Grafted yet, so might be wise to stay in Stormvale for a bit with Lulu, but we also want to see if we can't level up some weapons, maybe. So Godric's door hasn't opened yet. Godric. Gideon's door hasn't opened yet. I'm sick of all these characters having the same bloody names as one another.
Be sure she's a servant to my house.
Yep, thanks Dialos. Have we spoken to you yet? Yep, we have spoken to you, so why isn't your door open? Maybe we've got to speak to finger readers first. Let's poke those fingers. Now, where's Blacksmith Friend? Because he's the one we really want to chat with. We should probably chat with Roger again.
Pleased to meet you. The name's Roger, a sorcerer by trade. But now I'm in this sorry state. I had a little mishap, and now I can't move. As you might guess, it's far from ideal.
Yeah, it doesn't look great.
Ah, I know. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? Time can move rather slowly, stuck here, you know. A little conversation goes a long way.
Yeah, we'll run through your dialogue again. We'll chat to you about D. And we'll grab your rapier that we don't need.
As you might have guessed, no need to be...
Wonder how much it sells for. Because there's a lot of weapons we're not using on a lot of different characters, so... nothing sells for all that much. We're never going to use that on Lulu. 500. Yeah, it's not really worth it selling weapons, I don't think. Because, yeah, they don't seem to be worth very much at all. But let's see. So we need sombers for both of our weapons. Unfortunate. But we can get sombers. It's not the end of the world. Alright, so Roderica's not got much else to say at the moment. Let's just check there's nothing going on back at our old shack. Because sometime... I'm not sure exactly the timing and when she drops golden seeds and whatnot. There is something here. Cool. And it is golden seed. Very cool. Now we need sombers. So where should we go? We've done the Limgrave tunnels. We could do Morn tunnels down in the old peninsula. That might be useful. I do like the old peninsula, so maybe as well actually. We'll try and take on the Knights Cavalry just because we're right by a site of grace, so we should be able to pick up our runes easily enough when we inevitably fail. And get breathed. Oh, that's decent damage. Now, let's do a bit of the old runaway. Yep, we don't want you flailing us, thank you very much. We'll rot you again in a minute if we have to. Ouch. Yeah, that's the thing. If we get caught in too many of his attacks in a row, we're just boned. So... because of that blood loss build-up, we need to be cautious. Ouch. We also need another flask, so if he falls off his horse, we can possibly breath attack him again. Lulu, now is not the time to be getting all up in my grill, adorable as it is. See? We did it, Lulu. My little night puss. Beaten the Knights Cavalry, and possibly got you another level. And we got the flail. Very nice. Not for you, but very nice in general. You know? It's a regular ass flail, 24 dex. Dex and strength. Nice. Alright, 20 vigor. Good stuff. And what have we got down here? We have got the old Spirit Spring. Lovely. And we're kind of in the right region. It's just a case of finding which way to go. Was it north? We're in combat, so we can't check the map and actually find out these things. Or was it south? Might have been south. It was south. Also, it seemed we weren't in combat, even though Laser Plant was just flinging beams of death at us. Odd. And if we can find, say, 2 somber ones, then that would be cool. Maybe we only need 1 somber one, actually, because the pater's already +2, isn't it? Is it a pater? It's probably a pater or something like that, and I'm just mispronouncing its name. Wouldn't be the first time or the last time that I mispronounce things in this bleeding game. So you guys, yeah, you could be one-shot with backstabs from this weapon. Because it's physical damage you resist, and we've got Holy. How do you feel about fireballs? Not a fan. Sweet. That could make life easier. Although the range leaves a little to be desired. How do you feel about... Oh, God. Shouldn't have locked on. Now we're going to get boned by everyone. Or are we? Maybe we're not going to get boned. Maybe we're just going to survive somehow amongst all this chaos. Yeah, their damage isn't amazing. And our strikes are quick, which stops them from really wrecking us that much. Are you just going to stay up in the air? I'd rather you came down. Well, that worked out amazingly compared to what I was anticipating. Now, of course, now I'm just completely lost. Guess we'll clear out this bit just because we've mostly cleared it out, and I saw a Somber over there, which is great. Right, get in here, friends. Now he can do his little roll thing. And then you can have some of this, which he doesn't like at all. And then as soon as his back's turned, we'll just keep breathing on him. Lovely. And a decent number of runes that we're probably going to lose at some point because it's nowhere near enough for another level. Now we can go back to exploring. Alright, so we've got a bit of room here that we might have skipped before. Oop, I heard you. Just about. Took me a minute, but I heard you. We've already killed your boss, so you little minions are not an issue. Ah, and this is a little side room, isn't it? So you've got a miner up there, you've got a miner here. And another Somber. Still Somber 1? Yeah. But that's cool. It might come in handy. I'm just glad these mines aren't as much pain in the ass on Lulu as they have been on some of the other characters. Seems that some things are finally coming up moving. And it's about time. And this leads us back to where Beam Friend was, who caused us to take a tumble. I guess he followed us down. Otherwise he'd be up there now waiting for us. He'd be all like, "What are you doing, Lulu, you crazy cat?" And she'd all be like, "Meh," because she's a mad cat. She is absolutely cray. Looking cool though, with a scale armor and all covered in blood and gore. Is that blood she's covered in? Yeah, it's mostly blood. Although in the left hand I think it's dragon power. Yeah. Dragon power. Good work, Lulu. Bats, though. That guy just beelining us. Has he been waiting for us to come back out? Cheeky get.